I'll say
Granny's all me, man. Regular Granny Psycho. And no. She's funny.
yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacts Show. I'm your host, Wafiq or Feek, with my co-host, my other host.
It's your co-host, DanDaDan, in the building. And we have a very special guest with us.
It's LawPlayBook in the house. Shout out to the Pain Empire one time. Indubitably.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's been on a couple episodes before, but more so like short clips. This is probably our first released. First released episode.
I was there when the scripts were written. I was there when the craft was made on the wall. I got redacted episode 000 in my hard drive right now, but we'll get into that on a later day.
Yes. But we appreciate you coming on, Law. It's really been a long time coming, and I can't name a better time to do it right now than what we're about to talk about. And just the upward trend we've been going on the show. But before we get into the topics, we have some housekeeping items. Please make sure y'all are subscribed. We do see the subscriber count going up. That is great news. Road to 100 subs, 100 likes on every episode, and just constant engagement. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms. That is at The Redacted Show. All lowercase, no space. Share us with your friends, family. We do appreciate the word of mouth spreading. That's probably the best form of passing.
Hey, yo.
What did I say? What did I say?
Let's keep going.
So follow us, go sub, follow us on all social media platforms. Also, make sure y'all continue to engage in the IG Reels and TikToks. That has really been our bread and butter these last few weeks. So we do appreciate all support and all engagement on that, good, bad, or ignorant. You know, we don't care what comments is on there. Just engage, because that's getting the content out there. And with that being said, so first on the list of topics, we have a season that just ended as of when the episode come out? Thursday?
Yeah.
Thursday.
This last episode, DanDaDan season finale released. It ended. I feel like I hated the ending because it just like it ended as soon as it was about some shit was about to pop off. But you know, that's probably one of the best endings to do with a show like this. I feel like it did a lot of good world building and just plot development and just understanding like, okay, this is what the show is. These are our characters. This is pretty much the characters you need to follow along through the remainder of this story and what it's ultimately setting up. But Claude Feet.
So right. I just want to break down. So for the people that don't know what DanDaDan is, just quick synopsis of it. It covers the story of Ken Takakura, a.k.a. Okarun, as well as Momo Ayase. So in this story, Ken, he believes in aliens, and Momo, she believes in ghosts, and pretty much they're trying to prove each other wrong, that one doesn't exist and one does exist. That's how the story starts off. And then from there, they go on trials and tribulations. It's pretty much, I'd say, breakdown is a comedy / romance / action. Very, romance. Very, very wholesome show. But that out the way, just so y'all know.
Is it?
What?
It's some freaky shit that was about to pop off in the show. I don't know about it was wholesome.
But yeah, it is wholesome, man. I mean, you see the interactions, but Law, you could go ahead and take off.
Okay, bet. So for the season finale, just like season as a whole, I hate it. I'm not, but before the clan gets on me, let me talk about it. I think that with the second core coming in July, I'm very excited about that because this first season, those first 12 episodes, that buildup was insane. But I would have preferred if we could just get all 24 episodes at once, week after week after week. If I could get 24 straight, because now I'm thinking about reading that manga, and if I open that book, July gonna be sour for me. Overall, I really did enjoy this season. I think it's a really well-rounded show, but it is one of the top 5 hardest shows to introduce people to. You show someone episode 1 of DanDaDan, they might not be your friend anymore. You're like, please go to episode 2. That's all I agree
with that sentiment in the sense of, like, episode 1 did a good job of, like, kind of setting up this is our characters, this is their dynamic, which I don't know how I felt about. I'm just like, I feel like they were beating around the bush a little too much in the sense of, like, we get y'all have feelings for each other, but it almost felt like y'all are trying so hard not to feel what y'all are feeling for each other. Now, outside of all the actions and adventure they will go on, that was kind of put to the side, which I appreciated when it needed to be. But when they was in school or in class, I'm just like, oh my gosh, especially watching it dubbed. Also, I would say the dub voice acting was really good. Claude, I don't know if you watched it dubbed or sub, but I would really love to get someone's perspective on the sub voice acting.
I watched the sub. I'm a sub supremacist, man. But I've watched a couple of episodes in dubs, and if I'll say that I would put this like dub performance in some of like the upper echelons. Like, it's one of those shows that if you watch it in dub, it is very much equivalent. It's like, it's good in its own way, where it's like on those Cowboy Bebops, man, Samurai Champloo's, those types of shows where, like, if you watch the dub, like, people will be like, oh yeah, like, you can watch that thing in dub. You can definitely watch DanDaDan in dub, and nothing is lost. The plot is still great. But the sub, the voice acting, gas, man. Shout out to Turbo Granny. Her voice is wicked. I'll be trying to learn the language.
Turbo Granny might be my favorite character.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at that.
But I'll say
Granny's all me, man. Regular Granny Psycho. And no. She's funny.
Granny on you?
Oh Lord.
Hey, Glau was like, I'll let that bitch take my nuts. I'll let her take both nuts.
He said, Granny asked for the banana. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. My God. Not my banana organ.
Oh, man. But I'll say, I agree with a lot of stuff y'all said with the season. I will say the difference I do have, I will say I did like their dynamic. I know, Dana, you said you kind of didn't like it. Like, I guess the way they kind of beat around the bush. I enjoyed it because I think it added to the comedy. And then to me, it also, it made a lot of their actions more, I want to say, concrete when they did stuff. Because spoiler, it's not even a spoiler. At the very end, the very last episode, when he was talking to Gigi, Momo's like childhood best friend, and Gigi was like, yeah, I really like her. And then you see Okarun like, nigga, what?
Yeah, I thought he was playing when he said, I thought he was going to say like, oh, nah. Like, I thought he was going to be like, yeah, you got it. But he was like, oh, I like her too. Like,
yeah. He was like, I'm dead serious. And so I like that dynamic. So honestly, the show, I didn't think it was going to be how it was. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to like it as much. Because when I first heard about it, I said, oh, they looking for aliens and ghosts. I guess some Scooby-Doo shit. But nah, this is a great show. And I was telling, I think Dana, I told both of y'all this, is giving me that same feeling and itch that I got when I used to watch, like, it's crazy to say, like, Attack on Titan and JJK. Because it's like, when I used to watch
it is on the pod.
Yeah.
Talk about like the first 3 episodes or something.
Oh, like yeah. Because it's like, I'm fiending to see the next episode. Mm-hmm. And if I'm fiending where I'm like, damn, let me open up this Jump app and try to read, that's how I was. Like, I would watch the episode and read what I just watched. I was like, I can't get ahead. So.
I also want to compliment DanDaDan on their episode structure. Because aside from that last episode, every episode, every week felt like complete to me. I would watch it and I'd be like, okay, I'm okay. I want more. I want a ton more. But like, okay, this was like, I feel like I've gained a lot of story arc, and I know like it didn't feel like they were just like ending it to end it. I don't know, some of these shows, it feels like you don't get any progress in the story between episodes. Even like 12 episodes is like, damn, we've been on this for a while. They had a really good pace and things were moving constantly. That boy found his ball in 6 episodes. Like,
yeah, I was like, damn,
2/3 of the way there.
I am glad about like the pacing. Like they're not dragging anything else outside of their love for one another. But like you said, like Claude said, they found half his sack in the first 6 episodes. So I'm hoping after, maybe the start of this next core, they can at least know where it's at, and maybe the next 2 episodes after this fight or battle they can get it done and then move on to the next thing. They're not dragging it on. That's probably my biggest complaint with shows like your big threes, like One Piece, Bleach, and all that, because
they love to drag an episode. Right. Boy, we'll be in this one corner of the room for 10 episodes. I'm like, damn, bro, what else is going on?
And then next thing you know, they've been fighting for 30 minutes in real time.
It's insane. Oh, I will say before I ask this, one thing I think that's also good outside the dub is the way they do the faces. The faces on this shit is hilarious. Another thing is I didn't expect to like, was it Ira?
Yeah.
When they first introduced her, I was like, this bitch. And then they did that episode with Silky. And I said, damn, bro, I'm shedding some thug tears right now. Yeah. But who is y'all's, I guess, out of the main characters so far, because we got like 5 or 6 of them, who's y'all least favorite right now, at least?
I would say the grandma.
Oh, you better make Claude mad. You better make Claude mad, man.
Don't talk about her like that.
She's very gorgeous to me.
I mean, yeah, if I had to pick my least favorite, because it's not like I hope I'm not making
not like a bad way.
Man.
Yeah, not in like a bad way. Like, just like the least one you vibe with.
I don't really see her a lot. When she's there, she's just snarky, kind of definitely rude and just nonchalant. And, maybe. Yeah, so I'm just like, I feel I can do most of the show without her. And, she's not in most of the episodes anyway, but. Clive's about to come through the street and bust my ass.
Teleporting to you at this very moment. Afik, that was a really good question because thinking about it, I don't have characters that I like. Oh, you know what? Like, of the main cast, I like the entirety of the main cast. Like, even Gigi, who was coming into like step on Okarun's like zone. I'm like, I still fuck with his vibe because Gigi up front, he's like, hey, let's still be friends. We still gonna box over this, but like, I'm not gonna hug you. I'm not gonna hug you. I respect it. Ira got her screen time, her improvement. So if I was to pick a least favorite character, damn,
it's hard. It's hard to say.
It is question.
I would like, even though I said the grandma, it's like it's really like my least favorite. I wouldn't even say like character I think that's the way you ask any fucking way.
Yeah, least favorite.
Like,
it's not like good character you hate. Yeah,
I don't
hate nobody on the show except for honestly the only people I'd hate is them aliens because they're annoying.
Them aliens.
Them aliens. I'm here for your. What do you say? I'm here for your female
organ.
I said,
I'm here for your banana organ. I'm here for her banana organ too.
I said, get him off the screen, bro.
What's some of y'all's favorite moments, or I don't want to say arcs, because I say this probably main thing is one arc, right?
Yeah, this right. I would consider this I don't know the name of the arcs. I would consider this overarching arc of fucking the ball retrieval arc.
That's what I was going to say. The ball retrieval arc. I was thinking the exact same thing. That was exactly what flew through my mind.
Hold on. Would y'all say this is a rescue arc?
Rescuing his ball?
Yeah,
his ball and banana?
Yeah.
What also pissed me off was like when they first beat Turbo Granny or something, and then he's just walking around not realizing he don't got his shit until he had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, nigga, how do you not? If that's me, I immediately know.
Are you? How many times you checked if it was there today?
Enough. I go piss. I literally just went to the bathroom today to piss.
If I'm fighting, my concern, I'm not looking down. Hey, where's my Peter? I'm not doing that.
I'm not talking about during the fight, but afterwards, you got to use the bathroom at some point.
He had to use the restroom later.
That's when he found out when he had to use the restroom.
But I'm like, all day?
He went to go piss. He looked down. Hey, when he looked down, I burst out. Like,
all day?
He said,
you don't realize you don't got your shit. You can't. My thing is, you can at least have some sort of feeling or sensation of your shit there. Maybe it's like we don't think about it all the time because it's always there. But I would at least think if I don't have it, I know that feeling of I don't have it. And then now when I do have it, it's like you understand both feelings. So you should know that you have your shit there. I'm like, why did they wait so long?
Dana said the sizzle was gone. If he would know if the sizzle was missing, he'd be like,
Right after the fight, Dana would have been like, something's off.
Stop.
He said, wait. Dana.
No, that's just me. But
that's just me, though. Yeah, respect.
So what are y'all most looking forward to? I know. Have y'all read any further into the next part? No,
not at all.
What are we expecting outside? So we know we're probably going to get a moment where we do get introduced to Gigi's demon.
Yeah,
maybe that'll set up the. I don't know if there's a big bad because it feels like Mob Psycho in the sense of they're just fighting the next Esper or paranormal thing.
Yeah, alien.
There was
ghost.
never really a big demon, big bad in like shows like Mob Psycho, and I don't get that sense from this either.
Yeah, I feel like at least because I don't know if you watched that little teaser they did. So I mean, I don't know. Spoiler alert. Well, I know Gigi gonna get possessed. We know he's gonna get possessed at least because they showed it in like the very last second of the trailer. They showed it like possessing him. So I'm guessing he probably gonna get powers or something too. Whether it's like he controlling it or not, I don't know.
I'm about to bust ass.
Yeah, he might.
Like, yeah,
they might end up fighting each other with their powers. So who knows? That would be crazy. But yeah, I think that will happen, and I feel like we'll get maybe more main characters, or maybe this is just or maybe we just stick with these 4 with Gigi, Momo, Okarun, and Ira. I think it'll be like that.
I'm not I'm trying my best to not expect anything at all. I really enjoy this. Is like the first time in a long time when I have like watched an episode like anime week to week. I don't know what the hell is happening next.
Yeah.
I'm just letting it happen. So I'm not even trying to speculate. I don't want to be like I was right, I was wrong, man. Like even Blue Lock. I'd be like, man, they about to kick the hell out of that ball next episode, man.
Yeah, that's me. Every anime I watch because I don't read. I text Feek and I'm like, oh, that was literally me with My Hero this last season. I'm texting Feek the whole time. I'm like, oh shit, fucking XYZ just got slanted. Oh god, and like fucking All Might is over here acting crazy. Fucking. Oh, when he low-key, like, it's just, all this is happening, and, yeah, so I'm glad y'all experiencing that as well, and we're just going to ride it out. But with that being said, if we're pretty much done with this conversation, we have to go into some unfortunate news. Not news, but just, there's a movie that came out, this holiday season about a hunter, and it should have just stayed in the drafts.
Should have stayed an idea.
It should have never been an idea after fucking Morbius happened. But the movie we're obviously talking about is Kraven the Hunter. We had an episode last time where we pretty much talked about, because there was news that came out at the end with the releasing of Kraven the Hunter was the end of the live action Spider Sony verse, at least for this moment.
Yeah.
Because there's also news that came out that Sony executives are really taking these losses serious, and they're going to go into and do some internal adjustments and internal assessments and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it.
Pass the sticks.
Yeah.
Pass the sticks.
Pass the sticks to Marvel, please. But me and Feet both have seen this movie.
Against my
Claude,
will.
you have not, but
I have not.
Are you okay with us kind of talking about the movie and...
Oh, spoil it. It's already spoiled. It was broken when you bought it.
I don't want this to be a super long conversation because there's other pressing things that need our attention. But to give the non-spoiler review, Sony needs... I know I've said this before, but Sony needs their ass beat for making some shit like this. I was in that movie crying, laughing. I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm watching what I'm watching right now, and this is actually real. There was even people, because I went with two of my coworker friends, and there were two people. There was like two friends next to us, people that went by themselves, and like at the end of the movie, they like kind of looked at us, and they're like, so we all thought this shit was ass, right? Like we all saw the same movie, right? We started crying.
They needed confirmation.
And we were like, yeah, this shit was not good. And I was just, from the dialogue to the plot to the CG to really what turned me off, I would say, was just the dialogue. Like there were just not it was, I would say phoning it in is an understatement. Like that's how
dialogue
was.
That dialogue felt like a 2010 video game that somebody released on like I don't know where, on a dark web website. Like the dialogue on that whole felt like they had the paper in front of them. They said, "I'm Kraven the Hunter," and they were waiting for you to click A to change the next dialogue box. Like that's how bad it felt, bro. And then okay. We know the movie's ass. Let's go into the movie. We know the movie's ass.
Spoilers here from on now, but actually, listen, we're not even gonna say don't click away from spoilers. We're gonna say stay for the spoilers. So
listen to what we talk. Money. Listen to what we hear.
Listen to what we gotta say.
Okay, off the bat, that first 10 minutes. Okay, it's blood. He kills some niggas. That shit was still not good, bro. And then another thing, the CGI when he jumps. It looked terrible.
It looked so weird. It looked so like rubbery, and
it looked like you saw the rope attached to him as he jumped. I said, "This is not smooth."
It's not.
I said, "This is not smooth at all." And just it was other things here and there, like when they showed them in Ghana, and it was the grandma of Calypso talking. Why is it 40-mile-per-hour winds in the background? You see their hair blowing hard as hell. They got these cards in their hand, right? They put the cards on the table. The cards don't move. I said, this is me nitpicky, but come on, bro. You can't show some wind and people with hair blowing everywhere, and they put some cards on the table and they don't move. All right, bro. That shit, I don't know why. I just started getting hyper fixated on things in that movie because I was just so out of it.
To add to that same scene, the grandma. That was when I first realized, like, oh shit, like these niggas cannot act, because the grandma's acting not only was her bad, because it seemed like there was voiceover, but the voiceover didn't really match what she was saying, on top of the fact that it was very phoned in, very dry, like just literally talking like this. And you know, there's predicting the future, and you're gonna have to save someone one day. She's literally talking like this, by the way, like just very long and no depth in it. I'm just like, I'm over here trying not to laugh because I'm like, this can't be serious.
No, with every Sony Marvel, of this universe that they were trying to set up. It always feels like they filmed it once and they're like, okay, yeah, that's good. Let's next one. They filmed every single one of these movies in 3 days. 3 days, one continuous shot, and they just chopped it up and then voiced it over again at the end. They have made so many quality actors look like they can't act. Aaron Taylor Johnson, if you watch Bullet Train, spectacular. Sydney Sweeney is a good actress, but in Madam Web, like it's just that everyone that they put in. So I don't even think it's the actors being bad actors.
No, it's
the direction, the editing, like the entirety of the production makes every one of its individual parts seem like dookie doo doo.
Yeah, and to that point, it's really like you said. It goes all the way to like the directors, the creative directors. I don't even remember them niggas' 3 names. There's 3 of them.
Like Amy Pascal, like Avi Arad, and somebody else.
Yeah, all them 3 need their ass beat. They need to be fired. Not beat. They need to be fired. They don't need a job. And whoever's on post production, you are dog shit, boy. I'm sorry. I could match up voices to the way of Mouse moving better than you. Cause it was times, bro, when they was on the plane and she was talking to him supposedly, bro, they showed her face. It wasn't even moving. And her voice was coming out. I said, bro, what are we doing? I said, you can at least tell her to move her mouth so it looks like she's talking. And it was other times the voices didn't match up. They did wrong fucking pitches on shit. I said, y'all got me actually feel like I'm working watching this movie. Like I couldn't, like it was so bad. I was just like, let me just start over analyzing.
The Sonyverse movies are dubbed in the manner of like an old kung fu movie brought over to America for the first time. You have come to my dojo.
That's how they
disrespected my family.
Shaolin finger jab.
Now you must die.
That shit's so
terrible.
terrible.
Mentally strong. And immune to nearly any weapon.
I'd argue them hoes are better.
I would say they're better. At least it's another language. Like I get it. The motherfucker is not speaking Cantonese. So I get it. Like, okay, that makes sense. But you're saying the same words. Hi.
You're literally saying the same words.
She's speaking English. What's going on?
Nah, and then I would say, to name some of my favorite moments, I would say even though the action, I like some of the action in the movie. I would say they needed more of that and less of plot and talking, because the talking was just not it. And I think the only person in this movie who knew what kind of movie this was and like leaned into that was the Rhino. He was the only one.
He was the only convincing character.
He was the only one in the movie that knew, was like, you know what? Hell, we in a circus? I'm a clown too then. Bro.
Hey, I'm a clown
too then.
He definitely was the best actor they presented him as the best actor. So whoever was on his scene, they made sure he looked good. Cause
that scene, do you remember that scene where one of his henchmen walked in and was like, Kraven the Skater or something like that, and then
he screamed like that.
Bro, that was when I texted you. It was like I got tears in my eyes. I was crying laughing.
Hey, that's the funniest thing. Bro. All right. You got it. Okay, look, bro. The movie, the nigga walked in, bro. He said Kraven escaped, and this nigga was looking at a monitor. He didn't look at his henchman. He just said, ah! That shit was so goofy, but it fit so well. I said, what the fuck? Oh, man.
Him and Clyde, to your point about this, like Sony making A-list actors look shitty, the brother, the chameleon, which we know, he was in Gladiator 2.
Yeah, he was.
The brother emperor to the other guy. And I'm like, he was crazy in that movie too, but at least he was acting well in that movie. Like, I really fucked with his character and what he brought in there. this, I mean, he was okay. He was kind of forgettable, but they could have put anyone else outside of the character they used, and they would have done the same job, if not worse. But
yeah,
so what
Sony
you said was to a T. Like, it's not that these people can't act. It's just they don't know how to leverage the stars that they have.
Yeah, it's like giving like steel, like great steel katanas to the dude at your local card shop, man. He don't know what to do with all that.
No, Law. It's giving a nigga who say he's good at boxing a sword.
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut.
Oh man.
Post that video now.
I'll find it.
Yeah. Also, like the final battle, the Rhino CG was doo doo.
His arms look weird. His legs look weird.
He was disproportionate. He literally had a Dorito body, like just big up top, but legs were stick figures. And I'm like, this nigga's the same height as Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm like, if you gonna make him this intimidating figure, at least make it proportional, one, and it's like make him imposing, make him huge. I would rather they would have grabbed The Rock and just put him in this fucking movie, or some other big ass wrestler and just paint him gray with a horn on his head than what they did.
Yeah, Sony is. I don't know what they need to do. Actually, Law, if you had to take over Sony today, what would you do?
All right, I would pull like a 2014 to 2016 DC move and put all of my funding over into animated properties. DCEU had a lot of bad movies for a long time. They would have a couple of gems in there, Man of Steel, but then they would also put out some big old doo-doo. But they were putting a lot of funding into their DCEU projects, like their New 52 animations, and those were gas. I would watch that Dark Justice League, all of those things. So I would put it like Across the Spider-Verse. It'd be out tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'm locking them up like map animators, man. Where that movie's coming out next week. Shamik Moore is taken off of all of his socials, and he's locked in that room, and we are filming. And we are making hella animated properties. I think you got to lean into what's going well for you. Out of the movies that they've made over the past, 8 to 9 years, the only ones that have had any kind of some semblance of commercial success outside of the Spider-Verse movies is the Venom movies. So they leaned into Venom. They got to lean into Spider-Verse in that same way. Fuck it, make 800 spinoffs. Give me a Penny Parker show. I fuck with her on Marvel Rivals, so I'm like, give me some of that. If you can expand on those properties and get on what the people are enjoying, then you can have some more fundings to put into more niche products, because they've got a bunch of niche villains. Not so much niche, but they should, if they're gonna make like movies that are off of the Spider-Man main line, they should pull some deep ass cuts, man. I'm feeling like it's got to be like Hydro Man. You got to pull some stuff. I want to see Shocker. I want to see some I haven't seen in years, man. Like pull out a villain that I haven't heard of. Even Into the Spider-Verse with pulling out the Spot. You pull out crazy villains that people like, and just like reimagine or expand upon them. You can do a lot more, because with like more established villains and whatnot, like people seeing Rhino for the third iteration, because there was the Rhino in the what's his name? The Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. There's this Rhino. And then I guess if you want to think of another recent Rhino, though, the one in the Spider-Man video games, there's been so many iterations of them that people already have a preconceived notion of what they want to see. You've got to put out someone that they haven't seen recently, and you could do whatever. Even Kraven the Hunter was in the last Spider-Man game, and it was very well portrayed, very well acted. So you're always going to be comparing yourself to better properties from your same company.
Mm-hmm.
And that's me getting off my soapbox. I'm gonna get a little bit lower now.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I'll keep it simpler in the sense of like, how about you just have a Spider-Man for? Like, I think that's what's hurting them. Or if you're gonna take the route Clyde said, which I don't think on its face is a bad idea, you just need to have a very solid creative team, like some James Gunn level writers and screenplayers, because they're going to have a respect for the IP material that they're gonna have and portray them in a way that we haven't seen yet, or at least make it watchable. These aren't even watchable. On top of just like, oh my gosh, like this shit has got to be so high right now.
Overheated.
I've been on this. He knows I've been on this soapbox since fucking Madam Web. Like literally the start of this year in February when that movie came out. I made the statement and pretty much pushed the agenda. Marvel needs to buy Sony. They need to put in, I don't even say a trade package, just some sort of. Actually, yes. They need to trade
a trade package.
The MCU, put together a trade package, and get that nigga Spider-Man back, or just buy him. I don't care if they're asking for $4 billion, but spend it.
They need to send over. They need to send over Jeff the Land Shark. Actually, no, that's too good for them. They need like, I don't even fucking know, bro.
Man,
who's Howard the Duck?
Oh, yes.
Hit Monkey.
No, it's just like my biggest gripe was just how long were y'all going to fall this hard forward without your cash cow? I said this on the last episode. The reason why the Penguin works is because like we said earlier, is great writing, great storytelling, great world building. But at the end of the day, to throw all that out, it has a Batman tethered to that universe. We don't have any sort of Spider-Man inclination tethered to what the fuck is going on in this movie. To kind of add to that, there's reports on like the future of what Kraven was supposed to be setting up. Because I don't know if you remember, Feek, in the movie they brought up the doctor that gave Rhino his powers, and the doctor that gave Chameleon his powers. Mm-hmm. That's the same doctor that was over like the whole Spider clone saga. So eventually, the second movie was going to pretty much set up Kraven hunting and fighting his brother, the Chameleon, because he ended up turning bad. And after that would have set up another movie where they were kind of going to Kraven end up finding the doctor, but then that could set up. They were trying to set up like a Ben Riley or like a clone Spider-Man or something like that.
Okay.
Like
spending 5
people don't even like that clone saga. No way.
I like the clone saga. But spending 4 or 5 movies to set up a potential saga, no, you're that's bogus. You have 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yeah. So that being said, this will be hopefully the last time we talk about Sony products until Across the Spider-Verse comes out. But to keep it on the Sony talk, Law brought his name up earlier. Shamik Moore, man, I don't understand how you could do
you
it.
Freaking weirdo. What's she
man? Look, so for the audience that doesn't know, because me personally, I kind of was loosely following this until I almost didn't even want to talk about this, but I just feel like as black men in the space of Greekdom and nerddom, I feel like it's our civic duty to call out just loser shit amongst niggas, because this is some crazy shit he's doing. So this all started when Haley Steinfeld, his co-star for Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, she released that she got engaged to by Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. And since then, Shameik Moore was releasing like some cryptic, weird innuendo type tweets and posts and all that.
There are people to meet.
And people were clowning them and finding like old tweets saying like, "Oh, like, what if I like white girls?" Whatever. So I guess he saw that and felt offended by it and felt the need to post an old video of him with Laura. I think it's Laura Harrier, who is now married.
No,
but that video was a year old. And she went to him and was like, "Hey, that video was like a year old and I'm engaged now. Like, can you please take this down?"
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do it. So she released the video. Pretty much, I didn't really.
She was pretty much saying like, I didn't watch all of it. I watched like the first maybe 40 seconds, but she was pretty much saying like, oh, like one of her friends told her about it, and then she was like, I know who he is, but it's not like we text every day or text at all. Like, she was saying like that video was from an event they both were at, and people were asking them to like take pictures with them or something of that nature. And then she was just like, pretty much what you said. She's engaged already. So she was like, she doesn't like what this is insinuating. And then I know after that, I think Shameik put out some video or something like Travis Scott. And he was saying like, oh, this was for a song I made or something, and it matched the vibe. I don't know. That's all I saw from a tweet. And I was like, eh.
Yeah, I'm just like, we weren't born yesterday. We know what you're doing.
0 for 2 with Spider-Man women is insane. 0 for 2 in a week span, double insane.
Bad, because she was in Homecoming.
She was in Homecoming. She was Liz Allen.
Completely forgot about that.
Yes.
She was originally Tom Holland's like love interest before she met Mary Jane.
Yeah. He's 0 for 2 across the Spider-Verse.
He's the original anomaly. Oh, shoot. He is the anomaly. Bro. Is he like the first? Is he the first Spider-Man to not get to not like date his co-star?
Yes, he's the first Spider-Man to not date his co-star.
Yeah, he's an anomaly, bro.
The original anomaly. I know. Oscar Isaac in his chair, just like, I called it. 2099 is just like, y'all tried to call me the bad guy. I mean, I'm telling you what I know.
He was trying to save the multiverse. He was steps ahead of us, man.
Yeah, that stuff is. I don't know. It's weird because like.
Weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. Let's call a spade a spade. That nigga weird for that.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, dude. Yeah. I'm just like, he better be careful now, because he already got pretty much, a stain on himself. Essentially, was you got people calling you a weirdo. So I'm just like, he did the right thing by terminating his whole account shit, just so he understood, like, you know what? I don't even think it was his idea. It probably was his team or his homeboys that was just like, yeah, dog, like, you might need to be quiet for the remainder of the year. Like, this is pretty bad press. We got a movie that's suspended indefinitely. Just lock in. Let's get this money. Let's get these projects going and just be quiet. Don't say shit.
My thing is like, bro, just take the L in silent, man.
Please.
You already know people was clowning you for the stuff with Haley Steinfeld. They was already clowning you. They was bringing up old videos of y'all in interviews and everything like that, of her, like, of you saying stuff about like, oh yeah, it makes it, what he said in one interview, and it made me like, come on, bro, shut up. He said something like, oh, it makes it easier to act or do something because I know Haley's there. She's beautiful. And she was like, She was like, nah, don't say that.
Josh Allen beat niggas. Josh Allen trucks niggas for a living. You don't think he gonna squish your little ass?
Bro, they not worried.
You better stop playing.
They not worried about him, bro. But
they not. But
it's just
Josh Allen Doodle Bob crazy.
Oh yeah, Doodle Bob for sure. But yeah, it's like, bro, just hold your L, going about your day. If you want to release music or whatever you was talking about, just release it and I don't know.
Move
just
on.
Don't put
Spider-Man visual over it.
Yeah, put Miles on it.
Take your own advice and do your own thing.
Or maybe not do your own thing, because see where's led to. So I don't know, bro. Yeah.
Weird.
That movie's still gonna come out though.
It's still gonna come out and he's still gonna make money, but after this he just needs to, I won't say go Jonathan Major silent, but just
he need to just not be on social media.
Not be on social media. His reception right now is nowhere near any of the Jonathan Majors of that magnitude. All he needs to do is shut up for like 4 months. Everyone's just gonna laugh it off because that's what's happening with him right now. He isn't being canceled; he's being laughed at. And if you're being laughed at on the internet, 4 months, make one tweet, be like, "Cool to come back." That is good to go. That is good to go.
You like TL sleep? Question? Now, I wouldn't even say that. Don't say shit.
He don't need to acknowledge
across the Spider-Verse trailer come out. Don't say shit.
And don't even say anything when it come out. Just retweet it.
Exactly. Just retweet it. We don't need to hear you talk about it. Claude, you said it perfectly. He's not being canceled yet. Now, he's still, if he does some more dumb shit, then he might be canned. But all he needs to do, be quiet. Hold your L in silence.
Exactly.
Let it die down. We're just laughing at you. And you can take a laugh, right? You can take a joke. You strong.
Shit, I don't know if he can the way he was tweeting.
That's why I said his team was probably like, look, nigga, you sensitive? Just cancel your whole shit. Cancel your whole shit. Get rid of your Instagram, TikTok. We'll take care of that. But enough more Sony Spider-Man talk. We got some real cinema that's about to take place next summer. The Superman teaser trailer was just released. We all three of us, have seen it. And I want to get the group's quick initial thoughts on what we watched, things we liked, things we didn't like. There's not much from this trailer I didn't like, outside of maybe Nathan Fillion's haircut as Guy Gardner.
Yeah, honestly, that was the only thing, and it was a dislike, and it was also like a laugh because like I saw it when it popped up, I said, "What the frick?" But then I forgot he was playing Guy Gardner, so I mean it works out. But yeah, overall the trailer looked good. I didn't have no gripes with it. I'm glad it has some color. It's funny.
That's the main thing. The main difference that I feel like James Gunn wanted to distinguish from Zack Snyder's Superman was just the tone of this movie.
Oh, that it was actually a comic book movie? That it looked like a comic?
I feel like this is a different Superman where he is a lot more more colorful, more hopeful.
He's not depressed on an oil field. Yeah.
He's not just an emo.
Emo Superman.
Emo Superboy Prime.
Yeah. This movie, it looked good. Like you said, I saw somebody mention the same thing. They were like, because some people were complaining that it was colorful, and then somebody like commented, and it was like, Zack Snyder done brainwashed y'all so much to think that comic book movies are supposed to be in grayscale. So yeah,
James Gunn does a really good job of like color and art direction when it comes to those when it comes to these like comic book movies. They feel much more comic book esque. Now I don't know if y'all know at all, so like let me know and educate me if possible. But it feels like this Superman, it's coming like on the vein of a type of actually, James Gunn just likes to do this in like the Guardians of the Galaxy type movie, where the characters are already like established. It's not like really like introducing, building up the characters. It seems like we're coming into like an established Superman universe because of the litany of characters. We're getting Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Luthor. There looked like a dude that was like wearing like an Ultraman symbol. And with the sheer amount of characters they have, they can't be doing backstory unless this movie's 4 hours long. And hey, pure cinema if it does. So I'm wondering. I want to know how they're balancing that. What kind of? I think it's supposed to be like a year 3 Superman.
It's like he's already established, because I know James Gunn already said he doesn't really want to do any origin stories for any characters,
right?
Because at least for the main characters, because they asked him about that, he was like, and he pretty much like, everybody knows who Superman is. He was like, I have no point to do an origin story. He's like, y'all know how he got here. So exactly. I think he's taking that with like almost everybody, damn near, except for maybe some of the niche characters who's gonna do that. But yeah, this one's supposed to be like year 2, 3. I don't think it's 4. I think it's like 2 or 3.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, and to your point, Clyde, it's definitely a lived-in world, and this is a young Superman, but I'm sure we're gonna get glimpses of, like, because we saw a glimpse of him with, Papa Kent. So we might get glimpses of his childhood, but it's definitely not a one-to-one origin. And you are right. I think he's the only people we're not gonna see origins for, I'm sure, is Superman, like the Holy Trinity: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. I don't think we're seeing no origins for those 3 for sure.
I feel like all the big original kind of Justice League members. So Flash, I don't expect it. If he does the Flash movie, I don't expect one. Martian Manhunter, maybe. But at the same time,
deserves one.
Yeah. I know Supergirl's gonna get one because he's doing, I forgot which run that is. I forgot the name of it, but Supergirl, she's gonna get one for her movie. And then Yeah.
Also, Lex Luthor, Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor. How did y'all feel about him? Seeing him in this trailer, I feel like they're gonna.
I liked it.
I liked it too because I feel like this is a different Lex in terms of, even physically, he's bigger, he's imposing, and they're trying to change this perception of Lex in terms of like the last few Lexes we saw, at least in the big screen. They're like, every time Superman came across Lex, they're like, Superman about to squish this nigga. With this Lex Luthor, with Nicholas Hoult, I feel like it's going to be, Superman's in trouble when Lex walk in the room.
Yeah.
That nigga Lex Luthor.
Should have been Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Ew.
I saw a tweet about Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor. And I think Nicholas Hoult is a fantastic actor. I like him and damn near everything he puts himself in. Hey, watch The Menu if you haven't. That was.
Oh yeah, no, that was.
He's a fucking actor and he can play crazy. But I saw a tweet where it said Nicholas Hoult is not only wearing a bald cap, but he shaved his head. This is the baldest portrayal of Lex Luthor ever. So I know he's blocked in. Wearing a bald cap and being bald under it, yeah, he's about to cook. Something great's about to happen.
I don't know if y'all knew, because he actually another reason I was excited for, because he actually auditioned to be Superman originally, and he didn't get the role till then they gave him the Lex Luthor role. So I was like, oh, this is real life, like
real hate.
But James Gunn did say he felt as though he'd be a better Lex than a better Superman.
I agree with that.
Seen those roles,
yeah,
I agree with that fully. But actually, I feel like
excited.
Nicholas Hoult would have played a spectacular Clark Kent.
Oh yeah,
Spectacular. He can play a meek, bumbling dude, as good as any of them.
Yeah, now we're about to see David Cornsweet do it. Who? Because from the trailer, I feel like another good thing this trailer did was you don't really know.
You don't know what the hell is going on.
You don't really know what's happening. We do see Ultraman, where he's fighting him, which I think is the one that kind of sends him to the Arctic and have him bleed in that Yamcha pose. But So I'm interested to see what what this Ultraman is, because I think personally it's setting up a Bizarro. Like, I don't think this is not the Ultraman like Earth 3 Ultraman. I think this is a Superman clone, and this is gonna set up maybe a face reveal, because we see that his face is covered. Right. Mm-hmm. Maybe at the end it's a David Cornsweat clone and it's Bizarro. What do y'all think?
I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Law, you go.
I don't know. I really don't know, because of all the, like, how deep this universe is, like already, because we're getting a Green Lantern, we're getting like everything in this film. Who's to say it's not Earth 3? They like going across multiversal already. If they just going deep in the bag to start, who knows? I have no idea. I'm excited to find out. It's gonna be me under the mask, guys. This is me revealing I am Ultraman.
You heard it here first.
There we go.
It's gonna be Michael B. Jordan, Valzad, Superman.
No, you know who's under the mask?
Jonathan
Tyrese.
Tyrese as Ultraman.
I have to say this, bro. It's so funny whenever we just say, so who's gonna be this character? We just say Tyrese. I don't know why. Every time it's hilarious. Like, I be wanting to cry laughing, because it's just imagining Tyrese in all these scenarios. It's like, what the fuck?
Imagine Tyrese in a Sony Spider-Man movie. Oh wait, he was.
Wait, which one was he in?
He was in Morbius.
He was in Morbius? I don't remember seeing him in Morbius.
Yes. Look it up. He was in Morbius. Wait. He was like one of the detective cops.
He was. He was. Tyrese is everywhere, bro.
We need the Tyrese-averse.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. But with that being said, we're all excited for the Superman movie. So I think it's going to be great. I'm excited to see, more trailers of this. And another thing, this movie is supposed to be coming out the same week as the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get a Barbenheimer type release weekend.
Superman 4.
Super 4.
Superman 4.
Man.
Fantastic Man.
Super Fantastic.
Super Fantastic. Super Fantastic's kind of great.
Super Fantastic is... Hey, we trademarking that right now.
Coin that right now.
But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next segment, our Like It Love Redacted. Claude, since this is your first time, we're going to explain it to not only you, but the audience. So we're just going to go through our list of rumors and headlines we've seen, and we're going to see if we all like it, love it, or redact it. So the first one is Sony is expected, we kind of said this earlier, Sony is expected to reset the Sony Spider-Man universe. The studio has said to be taking the recent misfires very seriously. Oh. Do we like, love, or redact Sony possibly bringing back this universe?
Redact.
I like it because I want Sony to tap in. Now, Sony needs to lean in to what they do best. Sony makes a great bad movie. Let me talk about it.
Okay.
Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. Those are great bad movies. Those movies are not good, but those movies are great. That is some trash that you can put on them. Shout out to Nicolas Cage. That's some trash that you can put on the TV. But all right. I'm watching both of them. So if they lean into what they can do, then I'm gonna like it.
I got an inkling of that in Kraven the Hunter, with one character. So if they can just get more people like that, where they know like they're gonna be, and basically like a Sony exploitation movie. Yeah. That's what black exploitation movies were. They were just bad movies, but they were great because they knew what it was. They knew the business. So if you have more actors that know the business before they get in there and not kind of catfish into thinking this is some MCU loophole into some greater cash money, then yeah, redacted. Next is Spy Kids has been added to the National Film Registry. Films that are added to the registry are seen to have cultural or historic importance and must be preserved for future generations. Do we like, love, or redact Spy Kids being added to this list?
Love it.
Love it.
I'm just gonna say like, but because my thing is, what is on this list? Like, what is on this national?
Bro, you have to realize almost every movie now is a Spy Kids movie.
Spy Kids had cultural impact, real cultural impact, right? Look, man, if you didn't look at your watch and call into the agency, Spy Kids is like Codename Kids Next Door, where it had every kid thinking they were an agent. And the sequel, Spy Kids 2.
Oh,
some of the greatest lines in cinema, period. Spy Kids 3, ass, but
okay, I have the list pulled up.
Blew my mind as a child.
Man,
it is a big ass list, but I was gonna name some of the movies that were added this year. So obviously we have Spy Kids, we have Me Familia, Invaders from Mars, Dirty Dancing, Beverly Hills Cop.
Deserved.
And Angels with Dirty Faces, American Me, My Own Private Idaho, No Country for Old Men. That's a great one.
That's a banger.
The Social Network.
Understandable.
Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
OG.
That was a duck.
OG.
12 Years a Slave.
Oh, God.
That was inducted last year.
Okay.
Uptown Saturday Night. What? I don't even know what that is. And yeah, those are the main ones from this year. Just some other ones I'm looking at because as I'm kind of scrolling through it. House Party was inducted in 2022. No. Iron Man, the first Iron Man, was inducted in 2022.
I'm with it.
The Little Mermaid inducted in 2022.
Definitely with it.
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring was inducted in 2021, along with Nightmare on Elm Street, Pink Flamingos, and Return of the Jedi.
I wonder what. I wonder how they vote on these. I'd have to look that up one day.
To be in that committee room, just seeing what. Could you imagine being part of that committee too? You just watching movies all day.
I'm putting every Tyler Perry movie in there. Just to mess
we're kicking you out.
That needs to be in its own registry list as films that need to be gone by the end of the decade.
I'm putting Madea Goes to Jail at the top of it, man. Everybody.
The films to only watch once.
But yeah, I thought that was very interesting. Next, according to Jeff Snyder, James Gunn wants Robert Pattinson Batman as DCU's Batman. Apparently, I'm pulling up the full tweet, but apparently they've been in contact with him. But the only one that's against it is Matt Reeves because James Gunn wants this to happen as well. So, do we like, love, or redact the possible idea of Robert Pattinson being the main DCU Batman?
Redacted.
I said, redacted. Because in my mind, I feel like with this universe, adding in outside characters is going to just jumble up what Matt Reeves has planned for it. So I feel like if you add in a Superman or even maybe not even somebody big as Superman, maybe Hawk Girl, like just anybody. I feel like that jumbles up how this universe is kind of set up already. Cause like you saw The Penguin was a crime mob show. you throw in somebody with supernatural powers, the show's over in one episode.
Oh God, yeah, like it ruins.
Or it don't
the
even gotta
gravity.
necessarily be someone like that. They could throw the fucking Question in there.
But still, I feel like throwing anybody else in there outside of Batman or just maybe one other person from the Bat family ruins what this movie or universe is doing good.
I think tonally and structurally, these are two very different universes. Now, if the Batman movie was just like dark and brooding, that'd be one thing. Okay, yeah, of course they're like two sides of the same coin. One's in the shadow, one's in the light. But this Batman, he's getting beat. He's getting whooped. And you put him in a universe with the same villains as this Superman or a Green Lantern villain. I'm sorry, Robert Pattinson, you are a great Batman. You're gonna die. You're gonna blow up. You're gonna explode. They're going to pop you like it's the end of Watchmen. All right, it's gonna be
like this. Yeah, like this nigga blacked out of the first movie when he got shot up there. Did he take the fucking adrenaline shot?
Yeah.
Like that nigga almost died in the first movie. Like, and that was just against some angry niggas from the internet.
4chan moderators, like
nigga,
he's getting good.
Discord mods
going with Nitro. They're going da-da-da, they're killing him. They're killing him.
Yeah.
You put Sinestro, his whole city block's getting wiped out.
Hey, what are you gonna do? Gotham, the streets will take you. Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of torn. I'll just say Redact off the strength. I lean more so with you guys' sentiment, but I mean, it can happen. But I don't even think James Gunn knows, or at least has what they want to do.
Yeah,
but,
I think
apparently Robert
with
Pattinson
that
wants to join.
Yeah, I think with that news, it's kind of like they're still trying to figure out who they want as Batman, so they're just shopping around ideas.
Yeah, or at least finalizing the script. I think they're trying to figure that out first. And once they get that done,
just get Tyrese in there.
They better not make Bruce Wayne black.
He has no look. He has like a Batman Beyond style suit, so it covers up the mouth still. And then you see that nigga take off the cowl. Tyrese bald ass.
My Shayla. Oh God.
All right. With that being said, we're gonna move on to our next segment, which is our Get in Our Bag segment. V, please drop the music.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag of big bag.
All right, so the first one is you have to keep one forever out of these four, and that is Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Morbius, Madam Web, or Kraven the Hunter. So which of these movies are we keeping?
I'm keeping Morbius. Morbius was the funniest movie I've seen in years. That was absolutely, it made $1 billion in my house. Watching my favorite Targaryen start dancing and just turn into like a yeah. I can turn on Morbius and have a great laugh. And I'll be satisfied with my day. If I watch Madam Web, I'm thinking about like that's my last day, like ever. So I'm keeping Morbius.
I'm keeping Carnage. Let There Be Carnage. Off the strength of just Carnage in the movie, regardless of how good or bad it was, just off that strength.
Yeah, I would personally lean to Carnage, but I'm not mad at your Morbius pick, Clyde. I think as well, because me personally, the two funniest movies I've seen in a good minute were Morbius and then Kraven. Because I feel like Kraven was just, it brought back that kind of feeling of like, damn, like, y'all are funny. Like, Sony, y'all are funny for this. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny, dudes. But yeah, if I'd had to go Venom 2 and then Morbius like a very, very close second. But the next one is, what are heroes/villains? What heroes/villains should not have an origin story movie be their first movie? So excluding Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man, excluding those three, who are some other characters that fall under this tree? Me personally, I would say the Joker as well. But he doesn't have a real concrete origin. So like that's a toss-up. I would say also Wonder Woman as well.
I would say Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
That's a good one. Because we saw how that one looked.
I'm trying to think. I'd say Darkseid, Thanos, Brainiac. Who doesn't need an origin? Honestly, the Flash. I don't think I need a Flash origin because
I need a Flash to good.
He fast.
Like, and also Flash, if you ever make enough Flash movies, you're gonna make a Flashpoint paradox, which will just get into his origin and die. So you wouldn't want to even have to rehash that. So I think Flash for certain.
Yeah.
Hell, even Cyborg. Because
niggas need to know who that is.
But if no, because like this is why. Because the further you get into Cyborg stories, his origin gets fleshed out naturally. And I think discovering like starting like a movie with a man, half robot, and he's just like fight crime, and then like you then discover later on how he got to that point. I think an origin should be made, yes, but it shouldn't be your introductory point. Like any of the Teen Titans characters, even like in their show, you didn't learn their origins until 2-3 seasons in. And it helps flesh out the characters because you know their all of the things. So like even like Raven, no origin. If you just start a mysterious girl, dark powers, and then you find out in the second movie, oh my God, my dad's a demon. Wow, like that's I'm in there.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm trying to think other characters.
Goku. No.
I mean, shit, he ain't get his origin till Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, he did.
Technically
he didn't. He did not.
You knew he could turn to an ape. You didn't know he was an alien.
Yeah,
for real.
Exactly. Okay.
You just thought regular humans could do that.
Well, hey man, you had Oolong and pigs turning into shapeshifters, so
you had talking cats.
Like, what's really the ceiling? Like,
you had a fucking turtle that was always there talking. Like,
yeah, a nigga with a turtle shell back.
I partially want to say like Lex Luthor.
I would also say Iron Man too.
Has Lex Luthor ever had an origin story?
No.
Outside, I'm trying to think of like animated stuff I've seen him in. I don't think I've ever seen.
Well, definitely in the comics. But
yeah, definitely comics.
I would say Iron Man. I would also say, no.
I say Hulk. Everybody knows
that's a good one. I would say the Hulk.
Honestly,
they actually Also, side note, speaking of the Hulk, this is kind of talk on because What If season 3 came out yesterday.
Oh,
I'm
for
not gonna hold y'all. That episode was kind of straight. That shit was kind of gas. I'm like, okay, I'm really digging what they putting down right now.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I need
also
to still
X-Men.
see the second season. Yeah, X-Men. Yeah,
X-Men 2. Which X-Men though? Wolverine. He don't need
Wolverine
no more
don't need nothing. We don't need
Yeah.
any. We need them just working as a team.
No more.
Established.
Yeah.
Just start them established. Already working as a team. And then you can like talk about it in like passing. Like, but the only one who I'd want like a full fleshed out thing would be like Storm. Because Storm has like crazy lore and then is like easily tied into other MCU project.
Yeah. So good answers. But with that being said, I think this time we're gonna get into our final segment, our redacted rule. But before we get that clock, Law Playbook. Really do appreciate you coming out here and taking your time to come to our show.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this episode will be released. And, this is not going to the G-Law.
And then before we get to the actual last section, Law, I know we didn't do it at the very beginning, but let the people know what you do, where they can find you, and everything like that.
All right. I'm LawPlayBook. I'm a Twitch streamer, a content extraordinaire, clothing maker. If you want a Maharaga hat, hit me up. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/LawPlayBook. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Santa2_Claude, CLAUDE. Hope to see you there. Hope you want to join the Pain Empire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If y'all are tapped in with Marvel Rivals, make sure y'all catch Law's streams. He is a very good Thor player.
Thank you. Thank you for lying. I really appreciate that.
Well, that being said, we're going to get into our redacted rule. Just a redacted rule to live by for the episode. It can be as deep as, knowing yourself or as surface-level as go take out the trash. My redacted rule is, count your chickens. Count your chickens and hold them tight. Those can apply to anything. So, count them chickens.
That boy got Optimus Prime outside his house.
You heard that? My redacted rule is don't say New Year, new me. Say New Year, better me.
All right. My redacted rule is know your strengths and lean into them. Otherwise, you'll end up like Sony.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, it's been another great episode 89. It's been your boy DanDaDan.
Your boy Wafiq.
And your boy LawPlayBook.
And we out.
Peace.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fat, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little part, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the back seat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice, it'll drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mink. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe my payroll. I get active and then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Drunk in my soup, I believe it was Mako. Got my Soviet clutch in the Draco. You said it was bacon, we taking your cake though. I got the tree like a poplar. I've been at Tim, ain't no hang though. Recipes call me, I'ma show two on the